What's up everybody? Welcome back to the Detail Bay. Today we're going to be looking at this 1976 Cutlass that I detailed a little while ago. Let me tell you, it was different. It was not the worst vehicle I've seen by any means. I mean, it was pretty dirty. You'd expect that from a fairly old car, but it was challenging in some ways and a lot of fun in other ways. Personally, I really like vehicles that have character. I'm not an enormous new car fan by any means. I really like classic cars, but in this case it was a little bit difficult because the door panels had paint that was kind of chipping off, the carpet was a little bit loose, the vinyl seats, which had sun exposure for a long time, had been a little bit petrified in the back. Even though I treated them, there was only so much I could do with that. The vacuuming was super satisfying on this one though. It was thankfully the kind of material that lets dirt up fairly easily, so I was very happy with that. With this particular detail, we kind of made an effort not to go too crazy in depth. Typically when I detail a vehicle, I'm getting Q-tips, I'm getting toothpicks and toothbrushes and just getting in those tiny little crevices where dirt just loves to live. With this one, it was more like make it look good, but don't obsess over the tiny little details, which was for the best because if I had, I probably would have rubbed off a lot of red paint. If you watched our vlog video of going to Oklahoma to pick up one of our trucks, then you'll know that there's been a little bit of a discussion about the color of this Cutlass. I would like to throw in my 2 cents and say, this is not root beer colored, this is red. It's 110% red. I really liked how the steering wheel was so mobile. I don't think we necessarily caught it on camera, but it really moved around a good bit, and I like it when that happens because it makes it a whole lot easier to clean. So as far as the plastic was concerned with this one, I noticed just a lot of dust. It was not the grimiest thing I've ever seen. This car did not strike me as the type of car that somebody owned and was just like, I do not care, I'm not ever gonna clean it, leave it out in the front yard to rot. You know? It seemed like somebody had actually been caring for it because it just was not that bad. The one thing I will say that gave me a lot of trouble was the windows. They had some sort of residue on the inside that I just could not seem to get rid of, particularly in the back glass. I think I spent upwards of 45 minutes just on the back glass alone. It was not fun. But the outside of the glass, as always, was just super satisfying to do. I'd say that that's probably one of my favorite parts of the process of detailing is doing the windows. It's just very immediately gratifying. There's just enough finesse that you have to have that it feels a little bit like art. Is it weird that I'm fascinating myself with this clean, watching it over? There's a big difference between cleaning a vehicle and watching it be cleaned. And here's the finished result. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and hey, let us know in the comments what you want to see next, what kind of vehicles you'd like to see detailed, and subscribe if you weren't already, and we will see you next time in the Detail Bay.